älskar detta landet som det stiger främst. Lurig arbete över landet med de 1000 jämt. Älskar det och tänker både för och må. Och du sagan som sänker drömmar på jag. Och du sagan som sänker.
Language Heritage Camp was established to give children who have grandparents or parents or great-grandparents who came from Norway an introduction to their heritage. They're taught some Norwegian language, they get Norwegian folk dancing while they're here, they learn some Norwegian art called rosemalling, and they do the normal things that most kids do at camp. They spend 2 weeks here in the Sierra Mountains just outside the town of Alta, California. And it's a wonderful place for them to spend 2 weeks.
And we've been sending our kids here to Camp Norge for many years, our 8 to 13-year-olds. In fact, I was a camper here when I was 11, 12 years old. And it helped instill a love of my Norwegian culture and helped me want to give back to Sons of Norway. They make lifelong friends. Now that with all the electronic things that the kids have, they're texting each other after camp, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and some of these kids really are lifelong friends.
I've been coming up here since 1969. Both my older sister and myself started here as kids. I was, I think, 8 at the time, and then was a camper for many years. Then when I became a teenager, was a counselor. Through the years, it always seems there's some other reason that brings me back up. The groups of kids, I always see that there's many activities for the kids to enjoy, and they're going to walk away learning something. You know, it's going to be a positive thing.
I think it's been a wonderful experience, not for me and for my family and for my lodge. And I also urge the lodges to do scholarships for camperships for the children. And I think the children have a wonderful time, and it's something they'll remember all their lives.
For the last 10 years that I've been involved with the camp, I've had native Norwegian speakers who have taught the Norwegian language class. And so they bring a special sense of the language to the kids. They can explain the meanings of words and the origins so that they understand, not just memorized words that have no meaning to them. They can bring some of the history of the country while they're talking about the language. And that's also an important aspect of understanding a language and appreciating it.
It's so fun to watch the kids grow up and come back and be counselors and keep in touch over the years. And then come back and we see them as district delegates to convention and leaders in our lodges. So we think we're doing a great thing here by not only giving our kids some fun, but teaching them about their Norwegian culture and about Sons of Norway.
They're learning something. You can always use that knowledge. They'll become a little more diverse from where they live or where they're going to school. And anytime you learn something, I think it's a growth and it's good for them. So there's structure and they're learning something, but if we make it fun, it's a much more enjoyable thing for the kids.
My son, Alan, he was a counselor, even became a counselor. He was 9 years served at camp, but has the most marvelous memories from that time. And I hope the kids now will keep those memories too, from learning rosemalling and arts and dancing and Norwegian language.
And it's a wonderful way to learn about your culture because it's fun. And they have a lot of fun, and that's what childhood should be about, having fun as well as doing chores. It teaches them respect. It teaches them order because they do get up in the morning and they have a certain order that they have to do things in the day.
I learned so much about being Norwegian here, and that none of my friends really know that much about their own heritage, and so I was really lucky to come here and learn about everything Norwegian for 2 weeks every year. I made some of the best friends.
It's great to learn where you're from because then it makes you kind of more yourself.
I went when I was 8, 11, and 13, And I've been a counselor once before, 2 years ago, and I just can't stay away. I keep coming back. That kind of friendship that you build here, it stays for years and years. And when you see these people again years later, you just pick right back up where you started. I've been able to use those skills, and actually in my travels to Norway, I've been able to communicate to native Norwegians and kind of show off what I've learned here at Norwegian camp.
I wish that more kids that knew about their heritage could come to a place like this.
Part of the reason we do this is because as each generation passes, they get a little bit further away from their Norwegian roots, and they don't learn about these things because their parents aren't even able to teach them any language or any about their culture. So by having this camp, we keep those cultural traditions alive as the generations pass on. And it's also a way of ensuring the future of the Sons of Norway, which is the organization that sponsors this and provides the facility here. This is owned by the Sons of Norway, the 6th district of Sons of Norway. And so it's a way that we ensure that people of Norwegian descent continue to have an interest and an appreciation for their Norwegian roots.
What's the name of your camp?